If you're thinking about moving to New York City, I might be the wrong person to convince you. Today, I'm giving you the real. The 5 main reasons why you should not move here. And if any of these scare you, then this city
probably isn't for you, honey.
If you don't already know, it's your girl lizzztings, a born and raised New Yorker who moved all over the place and found myself back in the greatest city in the world. So I feel like I have some pretty great street cred to explain why this city might not be for you. Let's start with the obvious. I know you already know. It's expensive. And yeah, you could make excuses. I'm a very positive, silver lining kind of person thinking, oh yeah, it's expensive. Okay. Well, is it really that bad? Yes it is.
New York is expensive.
And it's not just your living space. Groceries, higher. Childcare, astronomical. Ubers, higher. Transportation, higher. Tolls, higher. Congestion tolls, bridge and tunnel tolls, you name it, higher.
It does add up.
And if you're planning on buying here, you're competing with cash buyers, investors, and you name it. That's what I specialize in. So I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to give you completely the real. Number 2. I think I started with number 5, but that is number 1. Anyway, let's go with it. Number 2, you're not gonna have any space. Right now I'm sitting in my studio apartment that I love. But let me tell you something, it's tiny. You're not gonna have a garage. You're not gonna have a backyard. You're not gonna have the things that you have in the majority of the rest of the country because space is limited here and everyone wants to be here. And there's a reason for that. You're definitely not gonna have a guest room. And luxury options here include washer dryer in unit and doorman with elevator and things like that in every other part of the country are just natural ways of life. So you do need to consider, are you willing to live in different circumstances as far as space? When we see 2 closet spaces in a studio apartment in Manhattan, we go, whoa, 2 closets, not just one tiny, sometimes there aren't even any closets. Talk about dishwasher. Oh, I miss my dishwasher. So if square footage is a priority for you, might not be the best choice. Let's look at number 3. This is my favorite one. It's emotionally intense. And yes, I would have to 100% agree with this. I moved to several other cities, like I've said, across the country, one of them being Denver, Colorado, where people would say to me,
Liz, you're so intense.
And I'd be like, yeah. And I love it. And yeah, sometimes it was off-putting to me to hear that because I was like, is that a problem? I learned a little bit of Colorado culture in being a little more chill, but that doesn't fit my personality, honey. And if that is who you are, you can try it here, but you're probably not gonna love it as much as the people who are intense like me do. Now, if you are an intense person, then come on in because we love that energy. I feel like I'm kind of calm compared to some of my friends. And as soon as I got here, I immediately met so many like-minded individuals in my investors groups that I don't even feel that different. I feel like I'm right where I belong. If you're someone who wants to grow, however, New York will force you to grow. It forces you to get out of that comfort zone. It forces you to be direct, and it forces you to take on risks that you most likely would not do if you're sitting at home in another part of the country. Definitely worth thinking about. The other thing is, yeah, it can be intense, but if you're willing to embrace that uncomfortable feeling and the uncertainty, you can really change your entire life by being here and being surrounded by that energy. That is so powerful. So if you're looking for comfort, predictability, and a slow pace, this is not the city for you. If you're looking to grow, definitely worth looking into. This city moves fast, and if you don't move in with it, it moves right past you. Which brings me into number 4. You cannot fake it here. So if you're nervous about that, you cannot pretend. We'll see right through the BS. In a lot of cities, you can kind of float. I believe I can fly. Not here. Whether you're building a career, building your own business, starting real estate investing, you cannot fake it here. You cannot float. You need to know what you're doing and work with people and find the team that does. This is a high performance environment, and as such, you need to operate at that same pace and that same genuine authenticity. You will either level up or you will leave. There's really no middle ground. And last but not least, this city will change you. This is the one that people don't talk about because people think,
oh, nobody can change me. I am who I am.
And yeah, sure, you can say that, but it's gonna change you, honey. If you want independence, you will build independence here. If you wanna rebuild your life, you can rebuild here. Shout out to my team Rebuild. If you move here single like I did, you will see how strong you are all on your own. You know how empowering that is? And yeah, of course you can date, but there's nothing like having your own freedom and being able to do everything all by yourself and feel like no lag or no sadness or hangups by that. That's so empowering. If this is speaking to you, then we should connect. I have a buyer's guide down below if you're interested in real estate investing, purchasing a property here. If you're planning on moving and you're not so sure, definitely hit me up. I'm happy to be that go-to girly for you. I love to connect people. I moved here 2 summers ago, and within 6 months span, I had a group of like-minded individuals my age who are in the same stage of life, and I couldn't be happier. I know that everything aligned for me when I decided to take that risk and move back to the greatest city in the world. And I know if you're feeling that, then you should do the same thing. So here's the real question. Do these 5 things scare you or excite you? Because if they excite you, then maybe you're the exact type of person who should be here. Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you. New York isn't for everyone, but if it's for you, you kind of already know. See you next time.